Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be tackling how to make your landing pages for your Facebook ads, Google ads, and even organic traffic so much better so you can drive up those conversion rates, drive down those cost per leads. And these are the exact same strategies that I'm using with my clients that has seen drastic performances of sometimes 200, 300% improvements of conversion rates. And with that being said, let's just jump over to my computer and I can start to detail how you can go about improving conversion rates, getting more leads at a lower cost, and all that kind of good fun. So here we are at my computer, and what I want to first show you is just the results of when you do fix up the landing page. Now, when you fix up the landing page, as I said, you get more leads at a lower cost, allows you to scale up your marketing, you get better quality leads generally too, which is also very, very nice. So with that said, what we can see here is implemented a new landing page just in this period. I can't remember the exact date, sorry, and I've got this done by week parting, so not that it matters all too much. But what we've got here is a conversion rate at the top of, let's say, 4%, and at the bottom at 2.3%. And as the landing page has gone live, we've been as high as 9.3, and our highest low has been 5.83. So a great deal more leads at a lower cost. Client's super duper happy. And what I'm going to show you in this video exactly how to do the exact same thing I've been able to achieve with this client, you can do for yourself. So I'm not allowed to use any of my client stuff. So like the clients are just always a bit awkward around that kind of thing. And I've just stopped asking people at this stage. But what I'm going to do is show you some very successful landing pages that I know that people are using and spending upwards of 10,000. And some people are spending 6 figures per month on sending traffic to these landing pages. So we know that they're reasonable at the very least, and they have some of the great principles that I use that you can use as well. So I want you to see really core examples on how to use this type of stuff. With that being said, a great way to improve conversion rates is to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you smash that subscribe button, somehow conversion rates magically go up. I can't explain it. But and also they go up a little bit more if you smash that like button. I'm only joking, but it does help me in the YouTube algorithm kind of thing. And it allows me just to get a little more like confidence in a sense, and it creates that momentum of me to produce more content kind of thing, because being introverted, these videos aren't as easy to make as some people might think. So with that said, let's jump into the first landing page, and what we have here is Roof Max. Now these guys, you're probably getting the understanding of what they do. It's not roof replacement, but they apply this kind of like liquid material, improves the life and that flexibility of the shingles, etc., etc. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of the surface one because I don't know too much about it. But with that said, they've got a great GIF at the start showing the before and afters, also a little bit about the process kind of thing. So setting up the expectations and also demonstrating the application of the product. And what they do here with the headline, roof replacement alternative that will save you thousands. So we've got that financial comparison between roof replacement and this potential service, right? So really, really good headline because everyone can relate to money at some sense. So they're doing a very good job at this level in terms of meeting something that people know and have a predisposition to within this marketplace. Now we see here, because it is like a spray kind of treatment, the first thing that they tackle in the subheadline is safety. So they don't really expand upon the safety all too much, but they say it is safe, it's easy, proven, affordable alternative to a complicated, expensive, life-disrupting asphalt roof replacement. So there's that juxtaposition again, and they're talking about that safety. One of the, I assume, one of the core kind of objections or questions that comes up with this service, people with young children, even themselves, pets, etc. I'm sure it's going to be a big problem. So again, what we can learn from here is, what's the biggest benefit or desire that your prospects have? How can you meet that? That's what they do with the headline. And then the sub headline here is around contrast, about painting their service in a superior way, also meeting one key objection and comparing with the awful alternative here. Moving through, we've got some credibility here. Just media credibility, nothing too important to expand upon, in my opinion, just here, all pretty obvious kind of things. When we move into here, though, we see another kind of element of demonstration, but this is articulating the worst case scenario of what can happen. And again, it's in that kind of GIF kind of format, so it's quick to load in terms of the technical aspect of building the landing page here. So that's really, really nice. And then, but with the text here, they do something kind of unique and something that I appreciate too. So RoofMac protects your entire home. So that complements the GIF that we're seeing, because we're protecting against the worst case scenario. And then what they do is they expand upon these bullet points here in this text, or rather the bullet points summarize the text. So we can get an idea of what this text is just by scanning the bullet points. So protects your entire home against roof damage. It doesn't say against, but against water leaks, wood rot, and mold. So really easy to digest and synthesize benefits there, and allows the person to scroll on really, really quickly and digest the landing page, really quickly as well. Again, we see another GIF. Again, it's really just an expansion upon the top one here, where we're really having a look at the old way and the new way, and it's really that contrast that we're seeing here. So look how easy it is. RoofMacs just rock up in their van, they spray. It's really, really easy, really simple. Look at all this. Look at the mess. Look at the just the pain in the backside that all this is really. Is it really? The person isn't doing the work. So it's but it's a great way to dramatize the situation and exaggerate what the old way is and the burden it is, and the pain that you'll have if you do that, compared to the new one. So the new one is also articulated in the financial aspect within the text here. So we see like a 15 to 20,000 or more cost to the roof, but here we see a savings of 80%. So essentially, we're paying a fifth potentially of a roof replacement, which is, everyone loves to save 80% on anything that they buy, as long as it works out quite well. So, and that's an important point here, as long as it does work out well. So that's a really good point to keep in the back of our minds. How do we back up the proof of our statements here? And we're going to get into that in just a moment. So here we have this gentleman here, and it's called, I'm not going to show the video because it's a couple of minutes, but he goes through and it's a little bit here. He's the head of construction management for Skylight Real Estate Partners. So he has like industry-based knowledge and industry-based experience, and he speaks from his perspective, both in terms of like the technical aspect and the results, but also the financial aspect, which it's a great testimonial. It's great to, it's almost like if you're selling like a supplement, you had a doctor to endorse it. He or she has great knowledge in that field. You can have that body of trust, and therefore anything that say you could take as probably being true. So very much what they've done here. So this is one of the ways that we're starting to see those statements and those claims starting to be backed up. So doing a really, really good job here, and they do a really good job of telling you, or not telling you, but showing you that this is a credible person and that they do know what they're talking about. Whether if you did it to me, for instance, I work with roofers, of course, but I don't know a great deal about the technical aspects of roofing. So a testimonial from me is great, but not as good as this guy kind of thing. So, which is kind of cool. So here we've got some just basic numbers. So again, it's just proof and credibility through quantifying the numbers. So, we've done a lot of stuff, so therefore we must be good kind of thing. So it's not too bad. It shows you, well established 273 contractors, tons of waste saved. So, that green element to their marketing, how much square footage of roofs have they covered? And then we move into testimonials, and, these are just expanding upon the videos just up here. So we've got, a whole boatload of, testimonials. They're all 5-star, which is fantastic. They're all verified. I don't know how they're verified, but, technically they're verified. If we scroll back up to, one thing that you'll notice is that we see a call to action here. Now, I haven't spoken about the call to action for somewhat of a good reason, but it's not a very prominent call to action. It isn't in a prominent location, but not it's not encapsulated. It's not terribly obvious. They do have a much more encapsulated version along with a guarantee here, or a warranty. But start your free no obligation estimate, good for 1 year, and it's a bit of a survey. So I think that this is a great call to action. It allows the prospect to feel that the quote will be accurate because they know more information, right? I actually don't know their selling process, so they still may contact the person, have a phone call conversation, virtual consultation, or an at-home inspection of the roof, etc. But it gives you a great idea about as a prospect that this company is true to their word in terms of they've got the information. I am right or wrong for them as well. So, I think it's a really, really good call to action. Overall, it's a very good landing page, and I've been following this company for probably about 6 to 8 months now, and they've had some subtle variations to this landing page. So I know that they've been testing, and this is a very good landing page to model from. So jumping ship over to a Windows contractor now, we've got Universal Windows Direct. Now, one thing that you'll see very similar to RoofMax is no navigation, no distraction. So we can't go to the home page, About Us page, other services page. This is purely just about Windows. So again, we see a very, very similar layout here. So we've got a headline, sub-headline, call to action, slightly different. RoofMax app obviously had something slightly different, had a GIF in this location. But what we see here is New Hampshire's best source of quality window replacements. In my opinion, and I've used this phrase before, a bit fluffy, not really specific, because most competitors are going to be saying the same thing, that we're the best source of quality Windows replacement. No one's going to say, we're pretty average at window replacement, or we're terrible. Like, no one's going to say that. So everyone's saying the same thing. Expert installation, again, can you demonstrate this, like in words, like awards won, or in other ways, like, can you show a story or tell a story? Can someone else say that you have expert installation? There's plenty of different ways to demonstrate some of these points here, because everyone's going to be saying the same thing. So it's a bit so what. Like, again, no one's going to say that we have novice installation, we have like medium grade materials. Energy efficient is energy efficient, but we have windows where the heat and the coolness just absolutely seeps through your windows, kind of thing, and 100% lifetime warranty. To keep the joke running, 50% lifetime warranty, whatever the hell that would mean, kind of thing. So then we've got a call to action though, and get a free estimate. We're typically respond in minutes, so speed is important. It sets the expectation up. What are you going to get in your free estimate? I know it sounds obvious that you're going to get a Windows estimate, but you don't know how many windows I want at this stage. So it's a little bit awkward in a sense, I think. So you're going to have interaction. I don't think that's set in this form. So something I think that's important to have, to accurately set out the requirements of what you're giving the perception of offering. So you're saying that you're going to get a free estimate, but you actually haven't got enough information from me to provide a free estimate. I think that's never the right idea. I think it's a great idea to have a call to action, not a call to action, but a proof and credibility element of the phone number in the top right hand corner. RoofMax didn't have this, and I think it's always very important to have that. A lot of contractors that I deal with, I set up really accurate call tracking, and I often see like 50, 60, 70% of leads coming through phone calls and stuff. So it's really important, I think, to have the phone number, adds as a point of contact, but also as a credibility builder. We come in, we see very similar social proof. So they've got more around the aggregation of reviews kind of collectors, so Home Advisor, Google, etc., where RoofMax had media. So a distinct little difference here. Moving through to this is more around like the actual offer here. So in this section here, trying to highlight this properly, is what we see here is that it's $99 per month. So pretty manageable for, you would imagine, the majority of people. So if you can't afford it, pre-qualifies the majority of people out. So I think that's really, really important to do as well. And and again, we just build upon some of the benefits that we established in the sub headline just here, again with this another call to action. Another thing that you would have seen with RoofMax and also with Universal Windows is the width of the page is quite narrow. And if you ever watch someone read from left to right, you'll see that their eyes kind of stutter across the screen or stutter across the page. It's not very fluid. So when you have to, when you're reading, you have to scan a long line. It can be quite hard to comprehend, because even though it feels smooth to you as reading that line, your eyes are actually stuttering across a little bit. So shortening up that width improves comprehension. Improved comprehension means that more of the information that you're trying to get across the prospect gets consumed, and that's obviously a good thing. So as we come down here, we see some benefits around working with Universal Windows, etc. So peace of mind. And I like when bullet points laid out like this. So we've got like one key point, and then expansion upon. So fully transferable, non-prorated lifetime warranty for true protection. So adding a dimension to the guarantee, comfort, reliable, long-term performance, etc., security, etc., pride of ownership, etc. Now this is the one here. So like often like Windows, there is an emotional element to it. So making your home look better. So a lot of people are house proud. So what can that do in terms of your marketing? Well, if you can appeal to that in the right way, you're hitting people in this really nice and hard-hitting emotional way. And generally your marketing will improve. You'll get more leads, you'll close more deals as well. So it's somewhat interesting that they could use this in a much more powerful way, even more so with like with their imageries. Like the imagery here, it looks really, really nice, but you can also do it with before and afters, which they don't really have at this stage. So somewhat interesting. And then we just move into client reviews. So I don't think that these are as impactful as RoofMax's video and then testimonials. But one thing that they do quite nicely is the 2 reviews here. So we've got David Cormier with 2 reviews, and it's a subtle way of saying verified in a way. So RoofMax we've seen like verified, but how do we know these are verified? So David Cormier's had 2 reviews of, these are Google reviews that they've been like screenshotted in a sense. And like this is a way that this is an honest review. This person's had other reviews as well. We can trust this source. So it's a really like indirect way of proof and credibility of your proof and credibility. So proving that your reviews are real. So moving down to projects now, we see some finished products of the window. So really nice photography, clear. They're all shot on reasonably nice days. So the lighting is pretty decent. I'm not a photographer and I'm terrible at it, but this one could be probably slightly better, but overall pretty decent. Then we see another call to action here, which leads us to an actual different page, which is a little bit unique, but again, not too bad because it leads us to this solo page that people can't get distracted. This is the sole objective of this page is to get you to fill out this form. We do see an added field in this one. I don't think we have that in the top one. No, we don't. So yeah, again, another great example of a call to action, but another great example of a great landing page. And you can see some similarities with the RoofMax, and you can see some areas where RoofMax do well, and probably a little bit better than Universal Windows. But again, a great example of a landing page. Now, the last and final landing page is from Sunrun. Now, these are an absolutely ginormous solar company. I'm pretty sure that they're the largest solar company in the US. I've actually got a video breaking down their entire digital marketing in my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in that, feel free to go into my YouTube playlists, or I'll put up a link in one of the YouTube video corners, and you can click that and go and watch that video as well. And but with this landing page, and you'll see that video was done quite a while ago, but they're still using the same landing pages or the same type of landing page. Now this one's a bit different to the previous ones because again, we've got no navigation, but we can't scroll up. I'm trying to scroll up and down right now, I can't scroll. So there's no more to consume here. So what we have here is we said take control with Sunrun. Choose where your power comes from. Now this is important because they're going purely from the emotional element and a little bit of the logical. So they can say take control with Sunrun because they are Sunrun in a sense. Like they are a very large and well-known solar company, right? It's very much like Amazon can say different things to other e-commerce business owners. Amazon, they have this inherent credibility and this inherent form of confidence from prospects that you can buy from them, and it's safe, it's secure, it's Amazon. But if you're a boutique kind of e-commerce person, barely anyone knows you, you can't say the same things that Amazon. You don't have, all the points on the board that Amazon does. Very similar to that, if you're, no matter what type of construction company or contractor, or even if you're in solar, you can't probably say the same things, unfortunately. But then the second portion of the headline, choose where your power comes from. Yes, you're starting to get some of that emotional element to it. So like, you're starting to gain that control, get into that affinity group of solar owners, and so on and so forth. Then we move into the sub-headline. I do not like the idea of having white text on a lightly colored background. It makes it very difficult to read, in my opinion. But Moving on to the cyber headline, nonetheless, join the 630,000 Sunrun customers and experience the power of the sun. I don't like the second part of this, like experience the power of the sun. I think you could be a bit better there, but join the 630,000 Sunrun customers. They must be decent at some level. Like 630,000, if you're in the solar industry, you should have a look at the breakdown video, because to cater for 630,000 customers, their marketing is decent. Like, this landing page is working. Like, to produce that many customers, you have to be doing things well with your marketing. With that said, though, I think experience the power of the sun, you could be more specific at a much more descriptive dimension to that. I just think that would be a much more powerful element to this landing page. Then you just go through a very quick survey and you calculate your savings, and they've got their follow-ups and sell sequence that they go through with their new leads. There you have it, 3 really good landing pages and 3 very good examples of landing pages that will, if you model them, improve your conversion rates and get you many more leads. If you want more leads and you want better landing pages, feel free to reach out for me for a free consultation. We can talk anything that you want about your marketing, etc. There's a link down to my website in the description of this YouTube below. And what I can do with that conversation, there's no selling kind of BS like that. It's you and I sit down, we can talk about everything marketing in your industry that I know and that I'm doing for my customers. And I just kind of like regurgitate all that out to you. But also what I can do for you is go through via video, like a screen capture video, very similar to what I'm producing right here, right now. And I'll go through your Google ads, your Facebook ads, any emails, any email sequences, or your analytics data, and I'll provide recommendations, areas for opportunities, how you can get more leads at a lower cost, and all that kind of fun stuff, completely for free. So if you're interested in growing, jump down in that YouTube description and book a consultation. I enjoy them, to be honest. It's one of the greatest parts of my week, is talking to new people, talking business, talking marketing. I get as much out of it, hopefully, as everyone else does. So with that said, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video. With that said, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care.